In a quiet neighborhood of Moshi, near Pune, India, lived a nuclear family living a content and peaceful life. Rahul, age 35, worked as a software engineer in one of the reputed firms in Pune. His wife Payal took care of their home along with their 9 years old daughter. They found happiness in the little things and enjoyed the peace of their neighborhood. Life was good as they went about their daily routines, making each day special with shared moments of joy and commitment. Little did they know that an unexpected invitation would set in motion a chain of events that would shatter the tranquility of their lives. The family, blissfully unaware, was on the brink of an unforeseen journey that would challenge the peace they once knew. Payal was doing her usual everyday chores when she got a happy surprise, an invitation on social media platform to her school reunion party. This made her really happy and she couldn't wait for the event. The idea of meeting old friends she hadn't seen in a long time filled her with joy and she was super excited about it. The invitation made her think about the good times she had in school and the friends she used to have. It was like going back in the time. Even though she was busy in her daily chores, the upcoming reunion made everything feel special to her. As the reunion day got closer, Payal started planning what to wear and thinking about what she would say to her old friends. The invitation wasn't just a message, it was like a ticket to a trip down memory lane, a chance to go back to her younger self. Even the everyday chores like washing dishes felt different, like they had a new purpose. The anticipation of meeting old friends brought a kind of happiness to Payal's daily life. When the day of the reunion finally arrived, Payal felt a mix of feelings excitement, curiosity, and a bit of looking back at the past. The social media invitation didn't just interrupt her usual routine, it turned into a special journey, promising both reflection and joy. Meeting long lost friends and going back to her school days became a source of happiness in the midst of her regular life. The day of reunion arrived. Payal reached a bit late, entered the party in a hurry. As she entered, she couldn't contain her happiness and was smiling all through her walk, seeing familiar faces after decades. As Payal navigated the sea of familiar faces from her past during the reunion, her eyes fell upon someone unexpected Vikram, a school friend with whom she had lost touch after school days. This chance encounter became a pivotal moment, reigniting a connection that had been dormant for years. The reunion, initially a gathering of old acquaintances, transformed into a catalyst for the revival of Payal and Vikram's friendship. Amidst the chatter and laughter echoing through the venue, the two found themselves sharing a moment that went beyond the reminiscence of the shared classrooms and schoolyard tales. Old memories resurfaced, creating a bridge between the past and the present. In the days following this unexpected reunion, Payal and Vikram seized the opportunity to rekindle their connection. They spent time together, exchanging stories that unfolded in the years post school. The narratives they shared went beyond surface level updates, delving into the highs and lows that had shaped their respective journey. These conversations became a tapestry woven with the threads of shared experiences, creating a bond that transcended the confines of the school days they once knew. Laughter, an integral part of their renewed connection, became a soundtrack to their unfolding friendship. It echoed through shared jokes, reminiscent of the carefree moments they had enjoyed in their youth. The reunion, which had initially seemed like a fleeting event, had now become the impetus for a deeper connection, allowing Payal and Vikram to rediscover each other in the context of the lives they had built beyond the school gates. As their stories intertwined, the reunion became a turning point, not just in rekindling old friendship, but in forging new chapters. Payal and Vikram, once distant in the post-school years, found themselves navigating a shared present, enriching each other's lives with the stories they had accumulated along the way. Rahul, who was busy with his job, didn't notice that Payal and her friend Vikram were getting closer. Payal's behavior started to change in small ways that made Rahul begin to question things. These doubts grew over time, and Rahul started worrying about losing the happy and stable life they had before. Their home, which used to be calm and happy, now became a place where they argued a lot. Rahul couldn't ignore these doubts, so he argued with Payal about her friendship with Vikram. It wasn't just about feeling jealous. Rahul was genuinely concerned that their family might face problems. The fear of things changing too much turned their once peaceful home into a tense and uncomfortable space. Even though Rahul was doing well at work, his personal life became more complicated. As Rahul delved deeper into his professional commitments, the deepening bond between Payal and her old friend Vikram remained veiled from his awareness. Payal's changing behavior, though subtle, did not escape Rahul's keen observation, planting a seed of doubt in his mind. The once unquestionable stability he found in his family life was now under threat. These suspicions, initially quiet whispers in the corridor of his thoughts, gradually intensified over time. Rahul found himself grappling with an internal conflict fueled by the fear of losing the harmonious life he had worked so hard to build. The tranquil sanctuary of their home, once filled with warmth and joy, now became a battleground for quarrels and disagreements. Unable to shake off the persistent doubts that shadowed him, Rahul confronted Payal about her continued association with Vikram. His objections weren't merely expression of jealousy or insecurity. They stemmed from a genuine concern for the stability of their family. The fear of potential disruption to the life he cherished manifested in these objections, turning their once peaceful abode into a space fraught with tension. The professional world that Rahul had immersed himself in, previously a realm of accomplishment and focus, now coexisted with the tumultuous undercurrent in his personal life. Quarrels and disagreements entered the once serene atmosphere of their home. The tension reached its peak when Rahul, excelling in his work, received news of an official work related tour that would take him away for a few days. Rahul left for this work assignment as he was already starting to feel unwanted in his own house. He informed Payal that he would return after 5 to 6 days. Seizing the opportunity created by Rahul's absence due to his work related tour, Vikram, who had happened to be in Pune with his parents, reached out to Payal. Eager to spend time together, the two friends planned a day filled with various activities. They embarked on a shopping spree, exploring local markets and picking out items that caught their fancy. Following their shopping excursion, they indulged in a delightful dining experience, savoring good food and engaging in heartfelt conversation. The day unfolded seamlessly, with each moment cementing the bond between Payal and Vikram. As the evening approached, the duo made the decision to return to Rahul and Payal's residence in Moshi. Payal, on reaching home, introduced Vikram to her daughter, presenting him as uncle. The daughter, after talking for a few minutes, retreated to her room for the night. This seemingly ordinary evening carried unspoken complexities as Payal navigated the delicate balance between her old friendship with Vikram and her commitment to her family. Rahul, tormented by his lingering doubts, made the decision to return home a day earlier than initially planned. He made sure that Payal doesn't get to know that he is arriving a day earlier than planned. He was already suspicious about the happening carried by Payal behind his back. As he entered the house, an overwhelming wave of anger and resentment engulfed him at the unexpected sight of his wife, Payal, and her friend Vikram, seemingly enjoying each other's company. Storming into his home, Rahul was met with a scene that fueled the flame of rage within him. The atmosphere in the room became charged with tension as Rahul struggled to contain his anger. Confronting Payal and Vikram, the situation escalated into chaotic, emotional, and physical confrontation. The fight became a physical manifestation of Rahul's inner turmoil, an outpouring of the anger that had long been simmering beneath the surface of their seemingly peaceful life. Feeling cornered and scared, Vikram attempted to escape the escalating situation. With no apparent way out, he decided to flee from the balcony of the Rahul and Payal's 10th floor apartment. In a desperate attempt to escape, Vikram used a sari as a makeshift rope to climb down, but tragically lost control and fell from the 10th floor, succumbing to the fatal injuries upon the impact with the ground. In the aftermath of this tragic event, Rahul and Payal, perhaps out of fear or desperation, recounted a version of happenings to the police that won't paint them in bad light. They portrayed Vikram's fall as an accidental death, suggesting that it was a desperate attempt to escape the chaotic situation within their home. Payal too supported this narrative, hoping it would provide a way to avoid legal consequences. Little did they know that the consequences of their action would soon unravel as the investigation deepened. In the tangled web of deception and fear, Rahul and Payal clung steadfastly to the fabricated story, presenting Vikram's death as a desperate and accidental act driven by overwhelming fear. Payal's support of Rahul's narrative aimed to provide a semblance of justification for the chaos that had gripped their home, perhaps in a desperate attempt to shield themselves from the consequences of their actions. As the investigation intensified, the pressure mounted on Rahul and Payal. The fabricated story stood as a shaky defense against the growing suspicion surrounding Vikram's demise. The mounting evidence threatened to unravel the carefully constructed facade they had presented to the authorities. Forensic examination became the focal point of the investigation, a scientific lens aimed at dissecting the truth from the layers of deceit. The forensic experts meticulously combed through the evidence, scrutinizing every detail to uncover the actual sequence of events leading to Vikram's tragic death. In the face of this relentless pursuit of truth, Rahul and Payal found themselves teetering on the edge of exposure. The investigation became a relentless journey into the heart of the matter, where the weight of forensic evidence held the power to reshape the narrative and expose the hidden truths that had been carefully concealed in the shadowy corners of their fabricated story. The revelation in the post-mortem report sent shockwaves through everyone involved in the case. The post-mortem report held a critical detail that forever altered the course of the investigation. Contrary to the narrative spun by Rahul and Payal, the report explicitly stated that Vikram had sustained a stab wound before the fatal fall. This unexpected twist unraveled a dark and malicious aspect to the events leading to Vikram's death, exposing a deliberate act of violence that went beyond the guise of an accidental incident. The initial assumption of Vikram's death being an accidental fall from the 10th floor was abruptly overturned. The post-mortem report confirmed that Vikram's demise was, in fact, a murder. Armed with this pivotal information, the authorities confronted Rahul, presenting him with the irrefutable evidence of Vikram's stabbing. The revelation of the stab wounds was a revelation that pierced through the fabric of deception, compelling the investigators to shift their focus from an unfortunate accident to a deliberate and heinous crime. The investigation, now propelled by the stark reality revealed in the post-mortem report, entered a new phase. The authorities, armed with truth, were tasked with unraveling the layers of deception surrounding Vikram's murder. As the investigation delved deeper into the details, the complexities of the case became even more intricate. Two distinct and plausible scenarios emerged. In the first scenario, the evidence suggested that Vikram, having sustained a stab wound during a heated altercation, sought refuge on the balcony to escape the escalating turmoil inside Rahul and Payal's apartment. In a desperate attempt to flee, Vikram improvised a makeshift escape using a sari which was drying in the balcony. Unfortunately, this improvised attempt failed, resulting in a tragic fall that led to his untimely death. This scenario portrayed a man desperately trying to escape a volatile situation, unintentionally meeting a fatal end. On the flip side, a more ominous possibility came to light. The investigations led to a compelling narrative. Rahul, driven by an intense rage during the heated confrontation, may have taken a drastic and violent turn by resorting to stabbing Vikram. Faced with the grim reality of potential legal repercussions and the serious consequences of his action, Rahul seems to have engaged in a calculated and strategic response. Realizing the gravity of a murder charge, Rahul allegedly devised a cunning plan. In this calculated move, he purposely pushed Vikram from the balcony after inflicting the fatal stab wound when Vikram was trying to get away from the fighting. This action, cloaked as an accidental fall, served as a deceptive means for Rahul to evade the grasp of the law and the severe penalties associated with intentional harm. This sequence of events painted a picture of a man cornered by the consequence of his own actions, scrambling to create a narrative that shifted the blame from deliberate harm to an unfortunate accident. The investigation, navigating through the intricate details of this allegedly scheme, faced the challenging task of untangling the web of deception to uncover the true motives and actions that led to Vikram's tragic demise. These two distinct narratives added layers of complexity to the investigation, presenting investigators with the challenging task of untangling motives and unraveling the truth. Following the revelation in the post-mortem report, Vikram's brother, grappling with grief and suspicion, took a bold step by filing a murder case against Rahul. The emotional turmoil and the quest for justice drove Vikram's brother to seek legal recourse, setting the wheels of justice system in motion. After this, Rahul was arrested. Payal wasn't charged, as there was no proof that she was involved in any wrongdoings. What do you think happened? Did Rahul kill Vikram in the heat of the moment and then throw him from the balcony? Or Vikram, actually trying to escape, might have just slipped and died accidentally? Did Payal help Rahul to kill or to cover up? Or was it actually Payal who stabbed Vikram? We would love to know what you think might have happened. Drop your thoughts, questions, or comments in the comment section below. Your views make our community awesome. Thanks for being part of the conversation. Do like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell icon.